What's up, YouTube? This is Radiance and welcome to my channel, Chasing SunRaee. This is my very first crochet tutorial, so please bear with me. Today we're going to be making this beautiful mesh crochet crop top. I am just absolutely in love with this top. It's so gorgeous to me. But yeah, stay tuned and I'm going to show you guys how to make this. To start off, we will be needing a size 4 cotton yarn, a 3.5 millimeter hook, a pair of scissors, and a threading needle to sew in all the ends at the end of your project. So to start it off, we are just going to chain a chain that's long enough to fit around your rib cage, plus 2. So you want to make sure that that chain is also an odd number. So let's say, okay, 43 chains to go around my rib cage. I'm going to do 43 plus 2. The 2 counts as a turning chain. I really hope this helps. I was always confused myself as a beginner crocheter with, what's a turning chain and all of that. But yeah, so, and you're also going to want to place a stitch marker in the very middle stitch. So yeah, this is just me showing you what I mean by, chain it long enough for your rib cage. You're going to want to make sure that it goes from rib to rib so that it fits properly. So yeah, you're just going to go into that third stitch from the hook with a double crochet to start us off. So yeah, you're going to crochet, a double crochet into that third stitch. And then remember I told you guys to place your stitch marker in the middle stitch, well, the middle chain. So you're just gonna go and crochet all the way down till you get to that stitch marker, which in this video I didn't put a stitch marker because I counted it in my head. But yeah, you're gonna crochet all the way down to your stitch marker. Yeah, so once you get to your stitch marker, yep, see, this is what it should look like. This is what it should look like. I'm sorry, you guys, I can't talk today. You're gonna want to chain 1, skip that middle stitch, and go straight into the next stitch. So I hope you guys got that. You chained 1, you skipped the middle stitch, and you went straight into the next stitch. Now once you do that, all you're gonna want to do is just crochet all the way down to the end. So let me make sure this is row 1. So all we did was chain all the way down to the middle stitch. Once we got to the middle stitch, we chained 1, skipped that middle stitch, and crocheted all the way down. Yeah, so this is us. This is me at the end of this. At the end of this row. I'm just showing you guys for the beginners who want to see an actual visualization of what it looks like. Yeah, this is the me putting it in the last stitch. And you guys, I'm so sorry. I just got this camera, so I'm fairly new. I'm trying to figure out how do I keep it focused in video. If anybody has any suggestion with that, please let me know, because I'm like an absolute beginner. But yeah, this is the end of this round. This is what your work should look like at the end of that. Yep, you see you got all your stitches. You should have the same amount of stitches on each side if you did use the odd number like I told you to. So yeah, so now we're just going to chain 2, and that chain 2 counts as the first stitch. You're going to turn your work, and this is where we're going to start decreasing. To decrease, we're just going to skip the next stitch. So as you can see, that second stitch, that is the second stitch. We're going to skip it and go straight into the third stitch. This is how we're going to decrease. So yeah, you're going to just double crochet in that third stitch, and then you're going to double crochet all the way down until you get to the stitch before the chain space. So yeah, here it is. We're a couple of stitches down before that, because I just want to give you guys a visual representation of what I meant. So you're going to double crochet right until you get to the stitch before the chain. This is going to be the last double crochet. So once you put that double crochet in, you are going to want to chain 1, which I'm about to do. I'm a little ahead of myself. This is what the work looks like so far. Yeah, you're going to want to chain 1, and then you're going to double crochet right into that chain space. You're going to want to double crochet right into that chain space. So chain 1, double crochet to the chain space. Then you're going to want to chain again, and you're going to skip the next double crochet, skip that double crochet, and crochet right into the one next to it, just like we did on the other side. So yeah, I'm going to put that double crochet right in there. And again, please bear with my crocheting skills, you guys. It is so hard trying to crochet with a big giant camera in between you and your work. I have so much respect for you guys who do this all the time. But yeah, so yeah, once you get that, we're going to double crochet all the way down until we get ready to decrease at the very end. So this is what your work should look like so far. That's what the middle looks like. So yeah, so here we are at the very end of this, and I am going to show you guys how to double crochet decrease, which is basically just double crocheting 2 double crochets together. Okay, so yeah, we have 2 stitches left now. And all we're gonna do, let me fix myself, get myself together. All you're gonna wanna do is yarn over, go into that first stitch, and you're gonna pull through. And once you pull through, you should have 3 loops on the hook. You're gonna yarn over and pull through just 2 of them. Then you're gonna yarn over and go into the next stitch. Yarn over, pull through. You should have 4 loops on the hook now. And yarn over. I'm gonna get my autofocus together, which is not too auto clearly. And you're gonna yarn over, pull through only 2. You have 3 loops left on the hook. Then you're gonna pull through all 3 and finish off that decrease. So there you have it. Super simple, right? So this is what your work should look like at this point. Making some progress. This is the end of row 2. Now we're going to start on row number 3. So you're just going to want to chain 2. That's your first stitch. And again, we're decreasing. We're decreasing throughout the whole entire top on the ends in the beginning. So yeah, like we decreased in the second round, you're just going to skip that second stitch, go right into that third stitch. Yep, skip that second, go right into that third. Double crochet there. And now all you're going to want to do is, again, like the last round, double crochet until you get to the stitch beside the first chain stitch in the middle. So yeah, here we are arriving at the middle, and you see we have 2 stitches left. All you're going to want to do is you're going to put a double crochet in that next stitch and skip the one beside it as we've done in the previous 2 rows. So then you're going to want to, oh, I messed up. Let's see. Yep. So put that stitch in the one right before the chains. Now, all you're going to want to do is, like we did on the previous rows, chain 1, double crochet into that chain space, chain 1 again, double crochet right into that chain space again, that next chain space, chain 1 again, double crochet, skip the next stitch, and you're going to want to double crochet right into the stitch beside that. And once again, this is what our work looks like now in the middle. See, it's coming along. You're going to want to double crochet all the way down to the rest of the stitches to the end, to the decrease. So yes, here we are arriving at the very end of this. And we are going to decrease as we have been decreasing throughout the whole entire video. Yep, going to it, to that stitch, to that first stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over again, going to the next stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, have to go back, I pulled through too many loops, yarn over all 3, and that is the end of round 3. This is what your work should look like. It's coming along nice and easy. I told you guys it was super simple. So now for round number 4, we're just going to chain 2, skip as we have been doing throughout the whole entire video. Chain into that 3rd stitch, and now you're just going to want to chain all the way down until we get to the stitch right before the chain space. Yep, so here we are. We're at the last stitch till we get to that middle section. You see we skipped that last stitch, chain. All you're going to want to do is chain 1, go into that next stitch, chain another one, go into that next stitch, chain another one, go into that next, I meant chain space, you guys. I'm so sorry I was saying stitch. It's chain space. I'm so sorry. Then chain another one, skip the next stitch, go straight into the one beside it, and then you're just going to chain all the way down as we've been doing before until you get to the last 2 stitches of this round. I'm so sorry, you guys. I was saying chaining to the stitch is actually chaining to the chain space. So yeah, that's what it should look like. We're just gonna go all the way down. So here we are arriving at the very end, and again we are just going to decrease these last 2 together. You guys know how to do that. I've showed you already, but this is just another visual. And you guys, if you guys are, pretty good at crocheting, you guys can actually rewind this to the next section once we get to the all mesh part. Because, this is basically, we're just going to be repeating this pattern throughout the whole entire top until we have nothing but the chain space double crochets left. So yeah, that was the end of row 4. We're going on 5, chain 2, turn your work. And again, skip that 2nd stitch, go right into that 3rd one. Yep. And then you're just going to want to crochet all the way down once again until we get to that stitch right before the stitch, right before the stitch before the chain space. Gosh, that sounds so crazy. I hope I'm making sense, you guys. This is my very first time doing this. So yeah, here we are. Once again, putting it in there right before the last double crochet. Once again, chain 1, double crochet in the chain space, chain another one, double crochet into that next chain space, chain 1, double crochet into the next chain space, chain 1, double crochet into the next chain space. Then you're going to chain 1, skip that next stitch, go straight into the 2nd. Yep, and then we're going to double crochet all the way till we get to the end, and we're going to decrease as we've been doing before. So here we are at the end of this round. And we're decreasing as we've done before, and this is what our work should look like at this point. I have no idea what I was saying, but yeah, this is what the work should look like. So yeah, so we're gonna, I think this is the last row that I'm gonna do with you guys before I let you work this piece up by yourself. I really hope you guys are getting this. So yeah, chain 2, turn your work. You can go into that 3rd stitch because you know this is a decrease. We're skipping that 2nd one. And we're going to chain all the way down until we get to the stitch before the last one. Yeah, I hope you guys are getting this. So yeah, here we are coming up on the stitch right before the stitch before the chain space, and we're just going to chain 1, double crochet in that chain space, chain another, double crochet in that chain space, chain another, double crochet in that chain space, and you know, just doing exactly what we've been doing throughout the whole entire project. It's basically a repetitive pattern. I hope. Yep. Chain this last one, skip that 1st stitch, and going straight into the 2nd stitch. And then we are just going to double crochet all the way down till we get to the last 2, and we're going to do our decrease. Here we are. Last 2. Decreasing those together. Bam, there you have it. This is what your work should be looking like at this point. I believe this is where I leave you guys to work it up till you have nothing left except for chain spaces. You should have no just regular double crochets left. You should just have the chain space, double crochet, chain spaces left. I hope you guys can do this. You know, the pattern is fairly easy. It's just repetitive over and over. I have so much faith in you guys. But yeah, this is what it should look like at this point. There should be, I think it's 1, 2, yeah, 2 left on each side. Just going to chain 2. Chain 3, excuse me, chain 3. Turn your work. And you're going to skip the 1st chain space because we are still decreasing. Go into that 2nd one. Double crochet right into that 2nd chain space. Then you're just going to chain 1. Double crochet into that next one and just continue doing that on down as before. And I will meet you back when I get to the end of this one. I'll show you how to do the last couple of ones. Yeah, here we are at the end. All you want to do is chain 1. Keep on going. And to decrease on this end, we're just going to skip a chain space. So yeah, here we are at the one before the last. You see that? We're going to skip that next one and go straight. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Not that one, but the next one. We are going to skip that one and go straight into the chain 2 space, which was the 1st double crochet of the last round. So we skipped the last chain space. I'm sorry, you guys. We skipped the last chain space, not the one before the last. So this is what your work should look like up until this point. You guys, I'm not even going to lie. I get a little shaky when it gets to decreasing mesh. But you're going to chain 3 like you did on the last round. And you're going to go right into, you're going to skip that 1st chain space and go right into that 2nd one chain because we're decreasing again on this round. And of course, you know, continue on the row as we have been doing throughout the whole entire project. And here we are at the end. Chain 1. Skip the skip a chain space and go straight into that next one, and that's how you decrease on that one. I think that's our last decreasing round. Chain 2, I'm sorry, I keep saying chain 2, chain 3. Oh wait, we decreased again. Skip that 1st chain space and go straight into that 2nd one and continue on down as we have been doing before. till you get to the end. Here we are at the end. We're going to decrease, so that means we're going to skip the chain space right before the last one. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I hope I'm not confusing you guys. I'm trying to like rush and do this voiceover before I have to pick my kids up from school, because when they get here, I'm not going to be able to do this. So yeah, we're here. We're going to skip the next one and go straight into the one after that, and that is our last decrease round. So now we're just going to chain 3 once again, turn our work, and now we're going to double crochet in that first chain space, chain 1, double crochet in the next, and continue on down as we've been doing before. I messed up, had to go back and redo. But yeah, continue on down till you get to the end. Once you get to the end of this, you are just going to chain 1. You're going to double crochet into that chain space, and then you're going to also chain 1 into the first stitch of the last round. So yeah, this is what your work is going to look like at this point. Chain 3, turn your work, go into that first chain space, chain 1, go into that next, continue working on down as we've been doing before till you get to the end. You're going to chain 1 and double crochet into that last stitch, the last chain space, I'm sorry. Then you're going to double crochet right into that last stitch. Guys, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that I was crocheting out of view. And this is what your work should look like at this point. Oh, I am so out of view. I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, here we go. This is what it should look like so far. And that is the last, I believe that's the last round. Yeah, this is what it should look like so far. Yeah, this is the last round. Well, that was the last round. This is how your work should look at this point. It's so gorgeous. I love this top. So now we're going to work on the edging. So to do the edging, you're going to want to put 2 double crochets in each gap on the side, if that makes sense. So to start off, you're just going to chain 2. See that space? You're going to put 2 double crochets in that space. Then 2 in the next beside it, and so forth and so forth. I know for me, the edging was really super hard when I was a beginner, but double crochet edging is pretty easy because you can see them really good whenever you're making an edge for a double crochet stitch. So yeah, here we are at the very end. I just put the 2 in the last one, and you're going to start working on the bottom edge of this. So you're going to want to go straight into that next double crochet right there. Right. See, this is the bottom part is fairly easy because, you know, you're just going into the opposite end of the stitches that are already made. So, you know, you're not having to actually find the space to put them into. But yeah, you're just going to double crochet all the way down till you get to the very last one of this. Yep, so here we are coming to the end of that. And now we're coming up on the other side edge. And all you're going to want to do, well, we're putting that last stitch in. Just put that last stitch in. Sorry, you guys, about my focus. I swear I fought with this camera the whole entire time to keep my work in focus. I'm such a beginner, y'all. I'm trying my hardest to learn these things. Please bear with me. So yeah, once again, we're going into the sides of the double crochets to finish off this border. And just putting 2 in each one again like we did on the other side. Okay, we are now coming up on the end of the side. We're going to put the last 2 double crochets right here in this corner. Now, to do the top edging, all you're going to want to do is put the first double crochet in that chain space right there. Then the next double crochet in the double crochet beside it. And then in the chain space once again. Then in the double crochet beside it once again. And then in the chain space. And so forth and so forth. Okay, here we are coming up on the end of this row. We are just going to put that last double crochet in that last double crochet. And then we're just going to slip stitch into the top of the very first chain of the border. Chain up 1 and finish off. Okay, this is what your work should look like right now. Now all we have to do is add on the straps. I'm just going to show you how to make one. For the straps, you're going to chain 75 for the neck straps and 100 for the back straps. Right now we're just doing the neck straps. So find the corner of the piece and you're just going to slip stitch the new yarn onto that. Just chain up, chain, and that is how you add on the straps. And there you have it, you guys. That is the end of this top. I really hope I did a good job of explaining this to you. I don't feel like I did, but hopefully you guys can understand. Please, if there's anything you need to know about this top, just ask me in the comments below. Please like, subscribe, and tell me how you feel about this video. I mean, this is my first one. I hope I did a good job, and until next time, thank you for watching.